Woo! Damn. Damn. Justin got a rocket. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, I forgot my intro. That's fine. I forgot the intro. Hello, welcome everybody to the Unreasonable Art of Living podcast. Today, joined with Justin and myself. As always, we hope you're doing fine wherever you are right now. What's up, Justin?
What's up, dude? This is the very beginning of the recording, and it's already going sideways. What did you forget in the intro?
Normally, I start off the 3 seconds. The thing I said just now, I said at the beginning. This time, different, man. You got to spice it up.
That just shows you how raw and unfiltered and unedited this is.
Exactly. Hey, where are you sitting?
Where are you sitting?
Where are you sitting?
I'm sitting one floor below you, or 2 floors below you.
2 floors, my man.
2 floors. Yeah. And we're in Asheville properly now. We were in Black Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're in Asheville. It's really nice. Got a little tree. We got not little. It's a big tree house. 3-story tree house.
Dude, it's incredible.
We just got in here yesterday.
Just getting here yesterday. I arrived last week with my partner, Alexandra, in the States. First, we spent a few days in Black Mountain. It was really nice, to be honest. Like, I really liked it in the small town. It was so much nature and a very small little mountain town. A lot of elderly people.
A lot of retired people.
Retired people, yes.
Retired people. Yeah. No, it was good. Yeah, we did everything you could possibly do. And you and I went and did that hike.
Mm-hmm.
Lookout Mountain Trail hike over at Laundry College. It was great.
And there was almost a bear incident.
A bear and some cubs. We did. Well, you didn't see the bear. I saw the bear. By our place. But yeah, we got bears. In this new place, I don't think we're going to have bears around here. We just got a bunch of spiders in the treehouse so far.
Quite a lot. Got quite a few. I've seen a handful of one.
Yeah.
Hey man, super. Yeah.
They're helpful. They're pest control. It's great.
Exactly. Good pals. Annoying.
Yeah.
But pals.
Pond rules, man. You got
Pond rules. Dude, man, the movie Hoppers. So we watched Hoppers, the latest Pixar movie last week. Mm-hmm. And wow, I mean, for me, I'm a huge Pixar fan, and I was surprised by the script of the movie, and it was weird, but also like, what? Also
dark.
Like,
it was dark. It was dark. I mean, not even like, in the very beginning, it shows a grandma with the kid. You just know someone's not gonna make it. I'm not going to spoil that. You probably know who. Someone's not going to make it. And yeah, it was great. Like, what I really loved about it was the whole point to the thing was about community, right? At the glade and saving the glade and all that, all the animals were. And, appreciating nature as a means to slow down and connect with yourself, to mitigate anger or anxiety or whatever the thing is. And so those were 2 key themes, and that's near and dear to what we do and talk about every day with Eleven Dunbar stuff. So yeah, it was a beautiful movie. It was really good. I would watch it again. It was weird enough to watch again, but man, I was not ready for some of the darker moments.
Weirdness and dark moments and flying sharks. They were there. There's a flying shark.
Sharknado.
Incredible.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to end on the Pixar thing. I really appreciated that they tried this new, I don't know, like add a bit of like darkness and weirdness to it, because I feel like you could like go the safe way and like just create a movie that is very soft and doesn't have any edges. And Pixar, I think I really appreciate like that what they tried with this, like add some edges to it, some darkness, and also appeal to adults, like to watch this. And also for kids, I think it's cool to watch something like this.
Yeah, it was good. We were choosing between the season 1 finale of Westworld for Alex, and then Hoppers, or a Ghibli movie.
Ghibli movie.
And I think we ended up with a really good one.
Good one.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna, without giving away the address of anything. How crazy was it that the numbers of the addresses that we didn't know when you book Airbnbs, you don't know what the address is, but both addresses have added up to the number 11 each time. Both of them while we've been here. Isn't that wild?
That's wild. Especially
Yeah,
later on the second one, I was like, I arrived like,
they're
yeah,
both three numbers, a
exactly.
three digit number. What are the odds that both of those
What
would
else? We don't say the street name, but the one is like the number was 704, and the other one is now where we are 515. I was like, that's all right, man.
Dude,
We are where we are. We are where we are.
That's a true statement. We are where we are. No, I love seeing those little idiosyncrasies or synchronicities. I should say. I think it's more appropriate. Yeah, I think that stuff's really fascinating to observe. I'm sure some of the folks who listen to you regularly or come and listen to this, and especially Eleven Dunbar founding members, pay attention or at least sensitive-ish to this stuff. So yeah, it's just pretty cool to see. I don't know what it means just yet. Maybe it doesn't have to mean anything, but
I think it means something.
yeah.
Because I read a few books like the signals. If you really like tune in, I think there's a lot of signals all around us all the time. I really do feel there's something communicating with us. That's my.
Well, okay. So how about this? If you could, in one word, don't give me a sentence. Don't no extra context. Just one word description of the energy that you felt in the place, in Black Mountain versus one word description of what you can observe here. And we haven't seen the sunset yet. We have a perfect view of the mountains and the sunset, which may change the description for this one. But what do you think it was for the last place? And what do you think it is for this place? One word.
The last place felt like a womb, the womb, mother's womb, This one feels like expansion.
Ooh, I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. More stairs for me to fall down in this one. So,
quite a lot of stairs.
Dude, 3-story place. Yeah, if I had fallen down the stairs from the main floor to the second one.
And it's brutal. These stairs, which are like 3 meters next to me, they don't have like this safety, slippery, anti-slip, whatever thing you put on stairs. They're like hardcore.
It is Home Alone style protected. Anyone comes in, they're not running away from us or towards us. That's for sure.
The only thing we both noticed yesterday, because this where we are, this Airbnb has like enormous high ceilings. I think it's like not where you are, but I'm
in the studio downstairs. So it's great. It's like 3 bedroom, but 2 of the bedrooms are connected in a main living area that's kind of like a loft. It's a loft, but it's probably a 30-foot ceiling. So 10 meter, 9 or 10 meter, 11 meter ceiling, and then down here is just a studio apartment with its own bed and bath as well. But yeah, it's I don't have the high ceilings here. I'm in the dungeon.
But it's just like it feels. I think they could. You said yes. If you were to live here, you would put way more stuff on the wall, like nice art and like whatever. Like
with the Airbnb, you just kind of put the bare minimal thing to decorate it so it doesn't get destroyed. But yeah, you could decorate this place way better and keep the deck way more clean.
So here's my question: do you think this Airbnb was this? I guess it was built by it's owned by a person, and then they just rented. They probably never lived here. I don't know.
I don't know, dude. Like it's one of the ones is managed by a company. So I don't
exactly.
know if the company builds it and buys it, or if they just manage it on behalf of somebody else. Who knows? I think it's
who knows. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we'll see. But I like the where you were going with that, the womb for the last one. I don't know if I would have said that, but it was very like homey. Like it felt like someone had lived there for sure. Like someone's home. So I could see how that would have a motherly energy to it for sure. But this place feels creative and expansive.
Yeah. So how was it for you? Because now the second month as a nomad. First month there, second month here. Whew.
I don't know if I'm cut out for the nomad life, man. This is the first time I've ever done it at 42, and it's very
Hmm.
disorienting, stabilizing for someone who's very routine based. Like, not having a regular gym kind of routine and loop to the coffee shop or the juice shop, which I've always had in New York, San Francisco, and Miami. Um, this is different. This is a different lifestyle for sure. So, hopefully, it's helping me, learn and grow in some way. That there was some pull to come on this adventure that I'd felt for like 2 years. So to finally, be able to be in a position to do that has been really interesting. So, and what I mean by that is the decision to came here kind of came from within for the last couple of years to come out here. So here, enjoying it. It's nature, grounding. It's nice. Um, but yeah, it remains to be seen. I got to find, if I'm going to live here, I would have to really dig in and find the loops and the local community and the things that I did really well in New York, San Francisco, Miami. So yeah, so far it's a great creative space for this part of the journey of 11 Dunbar, which we're going to talk about today, which is we've kind of locked in the surveys and the 1 month end of the founders, or I'm actually approaching the end of the second month now with the founding member group. And we're going to start attracting the early bird folks. So the next wave of folks that are kind of it's the first wave of the non-founding member folks. And that's going to be exciting. So this space, I think, is going to be really cool because we'll be opening up that, from the wait list to actually people being able to apply and, just having a fun space that feels expansive, like you said, in concert with also expanding the group and having some stability there too. Uh, I think it's well said. I think it's appropriate for where we are. So that feels nice. It feels like that's exactly where we're supposed to be. This address, the 11, expansive feeling, expansive kind of strategy and philosophy. And our founding members are ready for that too. They're ready to bring in new people. So yeah, it's good. It just feels good. It feels like the right alignment.
Yeah.
But what happens after that? I don't know, man. I got no idea.
Yeah, before we get into 11 number, I think it's still also for people listening to this, I think many can relate to just like we all have we like our routines. I think it's like gives us comfort, like it's so funny. For many years, if someone would tell me like I like routines, like no, I don't like routines. What do you tell me? I'm like free fucking bird. I don't like routines, but actually when I look at it, I do love my routines to kind of like create a container for my creative lifestyle, which it is very creative. But I do like certain points which I can anchor my stuff around. Yeah. So when you're like in this free flow, in this nomad life, and like suddenly you have nothing to hold on to, dude, it's how does it feel like? It must be like it's a scary feeling. Like there's nothing to hold onto it, kind of. So
Yeah, you're not
kind of
you're
like.
not making me feel better here, man. Like, what's that? What is that all about? Like, thanks for stoking the fear of have I made a terrible mistake with my
I
life.
didn't say mistake. I think it's actually like a process, kind of like I
Yeah.
think Osho said there's like this in between state where there's like the passage between your previous self or sense of self and the new sense of self, and like this in between is can be a very like, yeah, not scary, but just like whew,
Yeah, I think
interesting place to be in.
I think that's I'm a Scorpio, right? So we are just drawn to constant evolution and transformation. And I think this it's just what whew, man, I've had to reinvent myself so many times over the last mm, yeah, 42. Yeah, the whole life. I can see it in like stages. Sometimes it's usually not less than a year or two, but like I can see those kind of chunks where I'm like, ooh, that was a version of me that yeah, I was really proud of, I really liked. Or ooh, there was a chunk there. I was like, man, what was I doing? I was lost or like distracted or just, and the way we've had some really good teachers and mentors um, communicate to us what this feels like. It's like you're on a canoe and you're just like you have this North Star and this path that we're all on or that you're on specifically as it relates to you. And you're just supposed to like just keep going steady and whatever. But sometimes before you know it, you're canoeing down the river and you get stuck on this like tributary, this little offshoot thing. You're like, oh, the water was going this way, but it kind of led me this way. And now I'm this way. And next thing you know, you're deep in this, like the water's getting lower and it's harder to steer, and you're like, crap, like what am I doing? And you're like, this isn't for me. And then you make your way back out of the tributary, and then you're back on the main path again. It's like, okay, yeah, we're back, easy breezy. Oh, there's other people out here. I'm not alone in the woods. Like, so I think and that kind of visual I thought was really beautiful when our
Yeah.
guy Sonny shared that with me,
I
because it
mean,
is true. Like you're on the path, and then you kind of veer off, or you make a mistake, or you lose your way, or it's just something. It doesn't have to be bad. It could be anything, and just pulls you off, and then you
yeah,
back to it.
absolutely. I think that's what I mean. Like because it's like, you made a mistake. I don't think there's such a thing as a mistake. I think it's actually super courageous to do things like this because it's,
Yeah.
man, dude, it takes balls, or, the equivalent for the female version. That's courageous. And I think also
Gumption, is that gumption? You learned that word the other day,
gumption. Yeah,
dude. That was
man.
a great opportunity. You learned gumption. Was that
Gumption.
that's the
In the book,
curriculum?
the Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. Yeah, gumption, like cool word. So that's gumption, man. Like, it's a spirited initiative, and I think that's what it says. I think a spirited initiative. So how it starts, it's because I relate to to this as well. Like, you have this inner strong pull. Yeah, I want to do this. I'm gonna go down this decision. It ignites you. You go, like, you lift off, and then you're there, and then you're like, holy crap.
What have I done?
Holy crap! Now, what have I done?
What have I done? Yeah, it's something. I mean, and because it's still very ephemeral. Like, what neighborhood and where will I be?
Hmm.
Is this even going to work? Like, there's just I mean, I do miss Miami, or just Florida, South Florida, and the general area, and the lifestyle of warm weather and tank tops and flip flops and my little loops, and it's it that all those. I think all that stuff's normal and natural for me to
100%.
reflect on and think about. And if anything, like, regardless of where it goes, I'm trying to not force my own inner control or fear to let that guide where it is, but it really come from a place of, no, here's what I want, and this is the life I want to build, and here's who I want to be, where do I want to be, and who do I want to be with, which I've always talked about, like red, green, yellow on all those things. And the who do I want to be, in the sabbatical year was the red. I paid a lot of attention to that, and I got that to a green, and it's just been really beautiful meeting you and doing the 11 Dunbar stuff, and all the people we've met through that process, even other communities and community leaders and our own members. Like, that's, man, like, who you want to be is like not your title, but like your purpose and like your moral code and values. Like, I've got that dialed in of, like, I would say I've perfected it, but I know what I want. I know when I fall off the rails, I know like, that didn't feel good. Like, I can get back to that. But where do you want to be now? Oof, now that's the red blinking light, and hopefully something like this makes that turn, a little yellow, and then eventually green, and then you go into that place with like some conviction that says, no, this is where I'm meant to be. This is my home, the people, chosen family, chosen community, whatever. And then you can go expand, because this, like, when you've had success, I've had failures, a sabbatical year, whatever, and you feel like you contract for a long time, and if you feel like you're growing and healing and isolating and doing whatever you need to do to contract, just so you can, like, go into the vault and, like, tinker and all, do all the things and improve, there comes a point when you're at the end of that cocoon stage, and you're just ready to go. You're just ready to be like, all right, man, I'm tired. I don't need to contract anymore. I don't need to be isolated. I don't need to shrink. I'm ready to take flight. And we've met a lot of people like that. So when you said expansive about this Airbnb, it, like, set off the alarm system. I was like, oh yeah, that's how I feel. I'm ready to, like, figure it out. So, I feel balanced and peace about it. It's disorienting, but, like, I feel good on the inside from just a mental state. So now it's like, how do you piggyback off that, build on it, and then expand, and then wherever I fly to as a result, it'll all feel good.
Dude, that's awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not a mistake. All I'm hearing is courageous. That's all I see, all I hear. That's all I hear and see. Yeah, gumption.
Gumption.
Spirited initiative. Boom.
It's great. It's perfect. But
So
while
yeah.
I'm here, though, I mean, I am unless I move somewhere else. While I'm here, I am going to keep growing out this beard, which is a work of art at the current moment. I don't think I've ever had it this long. It's very bushy, but I feel like I belong amongst the trees now that we're in the treehouse with
Yeah,
this.
man. And if you ever feel like you want to go back to trimming it, just have fun with it and make the same beard your dad had.
We're not talking about that. There's a hilarious family photo in our living room that's been there since I was probably 8 or 9 years old in the town of 800 people where I'm from. And every single person in that photo has a story. It's
It's a great, it's a great photo, and I think also like your expression. That's the definition of mischievous look. It's like insane. It's so good.
I remember that day, like none of us wanted to wear the things we were wearing. My dad was late showing up for the thing, and my mom had coordinated it to us to take that family photo. And she was frustrated, and he was late, and he came in all frustrated too. And so we sit down to take this photo, and it just and I mean, no one in that photo looks happy. Like no one looks happy, but you wouldn't know it if you saw it as a bystander. Like you walking in and seeing it, you're like, oh, it's just a normal fucking stock photo from Target or Walmart family photo. Olin Mills, if anyone's familiar with that. But yeah, no, I look at that and I'm like, man, everyone was so annoyed that day. No one was happy. Let's memorialize that for all eternity in our family room.
Oh man, it's so good. Hey, before we go 11 Dunbar, I just want to say thank you for introducing me to Bojangles.
We didn't prep for this. Yeah, it's a good thing. So Bojangles, famous chicken.
Bojangles, man.
Founded in North Carolina.
Dude.
Yeah,
So I asked Justin, like, what's a North Carolina, like, typical fast food chain? And Bojangles. It serves all kinds of fried chicken in all shapes and forms, in sandwiches. Dude, it's delicious. And also the fries. Oh, man, I think it's the best.
Well, the move, you saw the power move, right? We went to the one in Black Mountain, which, by the way, that thing was a brand new building. That's a brand new construction. The equipment and the fryers and the grills are all just fresh.
It was shiny, man. It was shiny.
Everything is shiny. The people are friendly. Everything's nice. It smells fresh in there. So you're getting top quality. So yeah, the power move though is when you get those fries, you got to go back and ask them for the shaker of the.
That's what you did, yeah.
Yeah, you got to put that on there because they kind of under season it, and depending upon the store you go to, they won't give it to you.
Really? Wait.
They won't. You can't even ask them. Like they won't. They just say no. They reject it. But I don't know if that. I don't go a lot because I don't frequent those anymore. But as a kid, yeah, they wouldn't let you. But nowadays, maybe they laxed the rules. But yeah, they handed it to it. They let me take the shaker.
Yeah.
Runner. What if I would have just been like,
yo guys, I got the seasoning. See ya. Especially with the cool seasoning device where you just press and like.
Had to prep, yes.
They bring like, but the seasoning boat. You said like you can buy. I just checked it because that's why I was typing. You can buy the seasoning. It's delicious for the fries. Wow.
I've introduced people to this seasoning, and they have bought that for using in their air fryer for potatoes, for chicken, for salmon.
Like it I don't know what they engineer, but like it just triggers all the buttons in your brain chemistry that you're just like you can't stop eating. It's just like keep
it's umami. It's the
umami. There's the sweetness. There's like oh damn.
What'd you think about my large extra gulp sweet tea that came with that?
That's ridiculous, man. That was like so American in your face, like this. Oh, how many gallons? I don't know what ounces.
I think it's like I don't think it's
20.
I think it might be a half gallon of tea or a quart. It might be a
quarter gallon of tea. It's like, and like 3/4 of this gallon is like sugar.
My family makes that tea, and it tastes different because there's a mass produced effect to it. But we make sweet tea. My family does, and everyone makes it slightly different techniques. Different types of sugar ratios on stuff. But one thing is consistent is they call it hummingbird water. So with hummingbirds, the little hummingbird feeders, you put a little sugar in the feeder with water, and they come to it and fly around and all that stuff. and it attracts them to it. So that's basically what you're drinking is hummingbird water. It's just water in a cup or a cup and a half of sugar. It's a lot.
That's how it tasted. I stick to Pepsi. It was still good. But man, the iced like, you looked ridiculous with this gigantic
Yeah. I'm a
iced
healthy
tea.
dude, man. I don't eat that kind of junk. But out
Except
here,
with 12 donuts.
well, the donuts is a whole different story. That's there's a secret of the Publix glazed donuts that
We
I
won't
don't know
share
why.
it. Don't share it, man. It's
I
a
don't think
secret.
people understand. That's the
No,
best glazed donut on the planet. It's the Publix one.
100%.
Yeah, but I'm glad you enjoyed that. That was good. That's it's just childhood stuff. Like when I go visit you in Vienna or Finland, whichever one you're at,
Dude, I'm gonna.
I want to know like what's probably not fast food, but what's like the like in I'll give you an example. Like in Australia, when I visited, used to go there all the time for work. I got me and a buddy Doug. We were in the Gold Coast. Happened to be there for schoolies. We didn't know what schoolies was. We happened to be there for like the spring break, and these kids came up to us and they're like, "Why are y'all here?" We're like, We had no idea. We just want to go to the Gold Coast. We didn't know it was spring break for like 16 to 18-year-olds. And they were throwing up everywhere. We were miserable, dude. He had two kids the same age. Like we were like, what are we doing? But we already had the hotel. But the kid they told us like, have you tried a kebab? And we're like, what's a kebab? Like a kebab? Like no, a kebab. And kebab is basically like a gyro, a hero, a gyro, a gyro, whatever your version of saying it is, but a wrap with like lamb meat in it, and then red sauce and white sauce. But that's their Bojangles. To me, that was their Bojangles. Like if I was going to see someone in Australia, they would probably be like, "Hey, have you had a kebab?" Or Vegemite, which is a whole other story. Don't
Oh
eat
yeah,
that.
so
It's terrible.
I got used to it actually.
Ugh.
I started
I
liking
got
it.
tricked. I got tricked at a business meeting. First time in Australia, I was there with like some major. I think it was the Sydney Morning Herald, some major newspaper, and we go. They had a tea time during the meeting, and they brought out bread, toasted bread, and the Vegemite. And you're like, "Oh, you want to try it?" And I was like, "No, does it taste like peanut butter or honey?" They're like, "No." I was like, "Okay, just try it. It's good. It's we eat it all the time." So they watched me. They didn't tell me how much to take. I took a big spoonful, just like you do peanut butter, and lathered it on there and took a bite of this shit. And I had 6 executives all just looking at me like this, like, huh? And they knew. They knew as soon as I took that big spoonful what my reaction was. I was like,
Oh, it's salty, man. It's salty.
but what is your? You can pick either Finnish or tell me both Finnish or the
Well,
Austrian.
Vienna, there's like
You would
yeah,
say my
man. There's plenty. I mean, like schnitzel is so obvious, but there's also like a way of you have across the city.
both of ours is fried chicken though.
Mm-hmm.
Come on.
Okay. Well, the original, the OG schnitzel is veal. It's not chicken. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but you flatten it, you pound it.
You flatten it. You flatten it. But then
So-
instead of like you have like the kebab stores in Berlin, Germany, like in the States as well, but in Vienna you also have like a lot of sausage like stands across the city, and there's a particular way to order a particular sausage. I'm gonna do it with it's very classic Viennese, and yet there you get a proper wiener with cheese inside and like oh man, it's an experience. And I would even drink a beer with you because that's part of it.
Man. Well, I mean,
We'll do it, man. There's plenty of amazing Bojangles experiences in Vienna.
Well, I mean, every state in the U.S. has something like that that's unique to them. Like California, I'm sure anyone from California would immediately go, "It's In-N-Out Burger. You got to go to In-N-Out Burger." Texas, it's like
I've not yet had an In-N-Out burger. I missed out on this.
I don't want to be inflammatory. It's okay. I lived in San Francisco for
Ooh.
15, 16 years. It's good ingredients. It's a good burger. You would like it. And every time I go to California, which isn't that often anymore, I do get it because I'm like, oh, but it's more of a nostalgia thing. It's not. There are better burgers and there's better food, but like, it's a good experience. It's worth it. Yeah.
Perfect.
Texas is Whataburger. Whataburger is great, or Salt Lake, I guess, if you're in Austin.
But Texas is just like the because Texas barbecue. I think that's the Bojangles experience.
And Texas is a big state, so you have East Texas, which is very country. You got South Texas, which is more Tex-Mex. You got Austin, which is its own bubble, and Dallas has multinational stuff. So yeah, I mean Texas has a lot of varieties for sure.
Dude,
it's good. It's part of traveling, man. It's like getting to meet people and eat with them and stuff. Like figure out
the perfect life.
Yeah, it's not too bad,
dude. That's another aspect of nomading, you know.
Yeah, last night we had some proper mountain, or the other night was it last night? Last night we had
Last
proper
night,
mountain Asheville
mamas and beer,
Mexican food.
Mexican food.
Mamas and beer, which we learned there's a Papa's and beer,
Ooh,
similar logo,
there's a
but
drama going on.
they're not related. They're not.
No.
How is that possible that there's a Mama's
So
and
yeah.
beer, Papa's and beer with
Oh
this?
man. So the first contact, we drove to Asheville. We first saw the papas and beer. On the way back, we was like, "Hey, want Mexican?" It was like, "Actually, we were looking for the papas and beer, but then we found the mamas and beer." And then you asked the lady, "Hey, are you the same?" She's like, "No, we are better."
I was like, which one was created first? She was like, Papa's and beer, but we were at Mama's and beer, and I was like, so wait, so Papa's and beer was first, and Mama's it was. What's the story? Like, she didn't know the story, so we
Well,
got
we think
yeah.
Papa
We
cheated on
just made this
Mama.
up. You just
Yeah,
made this up, yeah.
we make this up. So I think it's very legit. Papa cheated on Mama. Mama said like, "Screw you, I'm gonna create Mama's and beer."
See, this is how rumors start, man. Like, this is now going to go viral, and we're going to start a cultural Mamas and Papas beer war. And,
Oof.
and then
Yeah,
what's
guys.
the next one?
Huh?
What, what happens? What's the third? There's got to be a third party here that comes in. Something and beer, or is it just
Grandma and beer.
grandmas and beer? That
Grand-
sounds dirty. Like
This is
that.
the grand.
That sounds like it's going to be rough.
Oh
Just
God.
you can smoke cigarettes on the inside and just grandmas.
Oh no, no. Oh, that's not
They'll
good.
have great desserts, I'm sure.
Yeah. Oof.
Speaking of desserts, what'd you think of my great aunt Peggy's
Insane.
brown?
Too dangerous. Too good. So we went to Justin's grandaunt Peggy, and she's so lovely. First of all, she loves board games, and we played a few board games. We played, the first one was, what was it?
First one we played llamas.
Llamas? No, the first one was something else.
The first one wasn't. It's called golf. Golf.
Okay.
It's 4 card. You each have 4 cards, 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom.
Oh, that's a great game.
Back in
Great
the
game.
middle, and then a face-up card. You can either draw or pick the face-up card, and then you can only look at your bottom.
It has some elements of poker because you can like have to look up the card and like gamble a bit, but it's not really. It's very cool. Yeah.
It's good for her because she's 87. She's got arthritis in her fingers and stuff, so it's just easy. But no, she's competitive. She doesn't mess around.
I now know where you got your competitiveness from, and she's a different league, man.
Everyone loves her. She's great. She's great for the community up there. She's just a phenomenal human being. And and our whole family's like that, man. Like her brother, which is my grandfather, he's 92. That's on my mom's side. That we grew up like my mom had 4 brothers, Peggy and my grandfather and all the and all the cousins. We would always, for Sunday dinners and stuff, because we all lived in that town of 800 people, would always have some board game, some card game, some out in the woods. We would tie a string up with a net and play some weird volleyball game. Badminton, we played a lot of badminton as well. So yeah, it was always competitive. But that families like that changed. Like when grandma died with breast cancer, that whole kind of dynamic just fell apart. But yeah, I'm glad you got to meet her and
awesome.
experience a little bit of that because she's a really incredible person.
I have another story, but maybe should we talk about a little bit of 11 Dunbar?
What's the topic? What is it?
Dude, do you want to share what happened to the bird?
Well, that's not a long story. So this happened to me in Miami. I was, I think, raising a Series B at the time for Spectrum, and a bird. I had floor to ceiling windows overlooking the water and Edgewater, and a bird. I didn't see it, but all I heard was a thunk, and I was like, "What was that?" I'll look, and a huge pigeon is just conked out on my patio, and you could see like Forrest Gump when the smiley face and it creates a smiley face in the mud. That's the famous scene. I felt like I could see the bird's face, cartoonish, like planted into the thing because he flew right into the screen, and it left like a bird shit smear with his face. And he lasted there for 4 days, and I could see him trying to fly up over the railing, and he
Oh,
couldn't because he was hurt. I took him some water, just in case feeding him was out of the question because there's bugs and shit. But like, I gave him some water. I don't know if he drank it, but every day there'd be a new series of bird poop all over the balcony railing because he was trying to fly and he couldn't do it. And he'd get scared. That fifth day, it was gone.
wow.
And the first thing you do the first thing you do, I ask you this question. You're like, "What's the first thing you do when you see that?" You're like, you go, "Oh." I'm like, okay, well, the second thing you do is you go to the railing and you look over the railing to be like, did he make it? Did he just like get just enough to get over? And it was like, I got it, I don't got it.
No.
Yeah,
Another one.
I saw nothing. So I think he made it. I think he's now king of that park nearby where I live because he was like, guys, you'll never believe what I do. It just happened to me. He went on a vision quest on my balcony for 5 days with no food and
His
a little
bag.
water.
And you didn't give him water, you gave him peyote or something. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. Ayahuasca is the king of the
The
park.
bird is like, okay, I know now. I know.
He's like, I remember.
I remember.
And so here in Black Mountain, at the place we just left, I was on a call with one of my mentors, Howard, and I heard I picked it up. I walked over. He was in the middle of a story, and I heard the thump, the same one. I knew it. I was like, another bird flew into the window. I looked, and there was just the biggest bird poop with a stick sticking out of it too. So either someone that didn't like me being there threw a ball of shit with some sticks in it at our window, or the bird hit it. And again, gut reaction. The first thing you do is you go. I went to the edge and I looked down. I was like, "Is there a bird?" Just
It's gone.
disoriented.
It was gone though.
It was gone. There's no evidence.
But like the story goes, we contemplated maybe the bird had digestion problems, and it was actually it was just like, guys, I can't anymore, and just flew against the window. I was like, oh, what a relief, and all the poop just got out.
That's absurd. That makes no sense.
It makes a
But yeah,
lot of sense.
The second time I assume
It was so much poop though. That's crazy.
it was it was
Like the physics behind it must have been. If you this
he hit it hard. He hit it hard enough.
he hit it hard.
The window, like it was a thunk. Yeah.
The funk. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's a sign of good luck. So that means we're just waiting. If it happens here in this one, because we're high above the treetop, so the birds are up here. So if that happens again here, I don't know what that means.
It's another sign. We don't know what sign, but there's something to it.
Signals, as you were saying at the beginning of this inspiring podcast.
So short. What do we say? What are we gonna do with 11 Dunbar? What's happening now in the next weeks in May while I'm here?
But yeah, we're gonna open it up. We created some stability. We got hungry and excited founding members.
Mm-hmm.
Open it up to not to more founding members are done. There's no more spots for that. But now it's the kind of what we call early bird. So it's like you get a discounted price for coming in this next batch. I wouldn't say it's fully baked. We've done the things to revise and adjust the programming and the content and the containers and stuff to make sure people have a forum for kind of sanctuary consciousness conversations, which have been awesome. AI and entrepreneurship, which is great for like building and getting ideas and vetting stuff out, and then one for play and creativity. So like game nights and book club stuff. So yeah, we got the container structured. We felt like that's stable. It's what people wanted. It seems like folks are showing up and having fun with that. So yeah, now it's time to amplify that and open it up to folks that want to join that member group, and then we'll cap it. There'll be a limited amount of seats. We'll probably only add an additional 20. And make it maybe 2 cohorts of 10. We got a little bit of work we want to do there's a spider. A little bit of work we want to do on the messaging to kind of improve that. And then also just make sure that we're not under promising, over promising, under delivering, like whatever, just to make sure that's
I think after like this 2 month, we got a better understanding what's the core value here. I think what people really, really value the most. And I think what we also realized we will probably improve the onboarding process. So we're going to have.
I got to watch the spider. He's like crawling around my shoe. And if he goes in my shoe, it's a little brown one. It's not a brown recluse. He's probably just a little.
Hey, it's a warm, comfy shoe.
He's crying. why you gotta go near my shit? I put it on the inside so that wouldn't happen. Oh
Hey, it's a
God.
treehouse after all, man. Don, what do you expect?
I just know that, what's that statistic that 27 spiders crawl inside your mouth in your lifetime? So if you're under on that statistic, you're going to have a handful of spiders crawl in your mouth while you're
Dude,
here for the next month.
wow. But yeah, I was just saying we're gonna also like I think we learned so much cool stuff from a few other like stewards of community, other communities. And I think we definitely want to improve the onboarding, create something that maybe like before we can like bring new groups of people to the community. There's gonna be like an onboarding experience, which creates already like a pre-bonding, intensifying experience. So yeah, we wanna play around with that as well.
Yeah, the
And
onboarding thing is going to, we need to make sure that that's done well. And I think that's going to be the bottleneck. Like once people get in, the things that are working right our side, the things that are working well with our size now may or may not scale with an additional 20 people. Maybe they will. We'll have to adjust and let that stabilize. So we'll do the recruiting over the next 3 or 4 weeks, get them live in May, into May and June, let that stabilize, and then go for the next kind of wave of 10 or 20 or 30 people in July. So that's kind of how we'll sequence it. But we need to really nail this onboarding thing so that folks understand what they're stepping into and they feel the warm and fuzzies and they understand how to just go there. Like one of the things we've heard is that folks are really enjoying the clouds, which we call, they're the pods of like 3 or 4 people. And just when you talk to anyone, you can immediately talk about anything. You be vulnerable and just go deep, talk about really important stuff, or be silly and play and push each other to be creative. Like that's been really transformational. And so what we're going to do is this podcast, we have our chats once a week, which are fun and a great way to document what's going on in our world. But we're going to bring in 3 or 4 of our members in the next over the next couple of weeks, so they can come in and kind of just, y'all can hear from them, and we can have conversations on this podcast like we do inside the walls of 11 DB with our members, and have them tell their stories and what lights them up and get a feel for it. And I think that's going to be beautiful, just documenting that stuff, you know?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think, yeah, that's it. That's going to be interesting next week. The
Yeah,
whole
I'm excited to
expansion.
revise the messaging, maybe update, maybe
Mhm.
plant some more Easter eggs, or,
Yeah,
revise.
that's it. I think,
We'll see. But yeah, I'm excited to interview people again. That was a really fun part of the process. It's
mhm.
hectic, scheduling all that stuff. But yeah,
Yeah, no,
I'm
and also what we definitely got this like current founding members. I think, yeah, I think everyone's like hungry to like, yeah, let's bring more people in. I think like because like everyone's just so excited. The one-on-ones they had, we have also like our matchmaker tool. It's really cool. Like it's just like it gives you permission to meet someone else, and it's been used quite heavily. It's just like when they met someone, they felt like, oh wow, that's a great conversation. I think it's like it becomes clearer and clearer that the core of this all is just like to increase serendipitous moments between people. That's it. That's at the core of all of it. Just like we bring the cool people together. You meet and you will see there's like
I don't
you
even know
have
if
cool conversations.
cool people may not even be the right word. I think it's just genuine humans that have a good level of IQ and EQ that can just go there, and they're willing to stretch and flex, and there's no ego or shame or judgment. It's just, good people trying to just become better people and play and be silly, and, you know, maybe satisfy some intellectual loneliness that they may have in different areas of their life around many different topics. And, this goes back to the whole adaptivist thing that we coined in the beginning when we first kind of created this, and that adaptivists being just like expert generalists at a bunch of different things. Some of my favorite people on this planet, I think some of anyone's favorite people, are the ones who can just talk about a bunch of things, and they're smart and they're kind and they're curious, and you can just go there with them. So yeah, we're gonna put out the call to find more of those folks, and then, whatever we need to build from a programming content, we can build anything. Our community can build anything. Like, we got such
Yep.
good builders and people with great ideas and facilitators, and it's just going to keep growing and evolving, man. I'm excited about it.
Exactly. I mean, like what became very clear, it was less about like creating extraordinary content. It's just like bring more people together. Very simple. It was very like creating containers. Just let the magic happen between
They
those.
are they are trusting us to have good discernment on interviewing and filtering for a high caliber, high quality type of person. That, and it's not about how smart you are, what title you have, how much money you have. It's none of those things. This isn't networking. There is some networking that happens organically just because you want to connect with people and help each other build things in practical or practical. So that's going to happen, but it's not the leading thing at all. It's just trusting us to bring in and be good stewards of bringing in really, really, really amazing people that can further amplify and also, stretch, the imaginations and the boundaries and the expertise of everyone else that's already in the room. So that at the heart of it, that's what it will always be. It's just really good people. 150 eventually people that are just good people, and we'll figure out the programming and the content and the containers and the retreats.
So what you're saying, they're really cool people.
That word I'm really worried about. I don't worry. On a scale, we use this a lot. On my scale of 1 to 5, I'm a 1 in terms of worry, but I worry about the concept of cool. Almost sounds like there's people that are in versus out, and there's this like thing.
Oh, is this the same discussion we have about gates?
Yeah, there's no.
We opened the gates. You didn't like the gates, and then you said it yourself.
Checkmate. Dang it.
I get it. I think we all know it's just like warm, kind, good-natured people where we just get in a room and you don't have to pretend. There's no mask. It's just like there's no performance. That's the key. There's no performance. Yeah,
that's the thing. Like, no, there's no performance. There's no need to do it. You're not trying to convince or control.
Exactly.
Or manage or anyone else in perception. Just be, and that concept of just being is so foreign for so many of us. So that when you actually get into that kind of environment with other people who understand it and get it and are starting to embody it,
exactly,
it's a warm place. It's not a cool place.
It's a warm. But I think that's the point. Like, people are so used to performing. We have to perform. There's like many places in the world, and like we just perform, and here we can just be in the nervous system, can relax with the other people you meet. Yes, they're cool and warm at the same time. There's no duality.
Duality, yes. Feminine, masculine, chaos and
order, everything.
Cool. Yeah, it's great.
I think we can end it at this.
That sounds beautiful. I need to go figure out what the spider went.
I can see in your eyes. You're just looking all the time. What he's doing.
I've been waiting to see if he exits that shoe, and I haven't seen him leave it yet.
I'm sure he's already laid some eggs. It's too late, man. You gotta burn the shoe.
Come on, bro. What are we doing? That's fine. I'll just shake him out.
Come on, bro.
Come on, bro. Pond rules, man.
Pond rules. You got. Awesome, dude.
Great chat today. As always, we thought we were like maybe have 10, 15 minutes of conversation.
And then it's just like, whoop, comes up.
Yeah, it's good.
Sweet. Then, next week we have the first member probably already on the show.
Yeah,
most likely. If fingers crossed.
It'll either be this podcast or we'll do this one just us and have another one.
Yeah, could be as well.
We
don't know yet, but one of the first one will come soon.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Sweet, man. So I will see you in a few seconds.
Well, yeah, I'll go upstairs. I'll go upstairs.
Okay.
I gotta get the spider.
All right, man. Hey, thanks for listening, and until next time.
Sounds good. Can't wait.